Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. We'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers and the defending NBA champions, the Houston Rockets. And the good news about Larry Nance, recovered and ready to get back into the thick of things.
Yeah, everybody's glad to see him come back. It was surprising to me to see just how well they were able to kind of cope with his injury. A lot of guys stepped up in his absence, and they really hardly missed a beat.
Well, the extra contributions were nothing short of phenomenal. And in the end, the whole experience could make this team much, much stronger.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Nance and Thompson are up front. Robertson is out there with Sexton. Now, here's Sexton. 6 to shoot. Brent, a lot of experience on the floor. Talk about why it's so hard to succeed if you do not have that kind of veteran leadership.
If guys stay around this league long enough, Kevin, they've seen a little bit of everything. And when they've seen those things, the fact that they could communicate it to guys who haven't, sometimes they can keep you calm, make sure you temper your expectations, and then have you understand just how long not only the season is, how long a game is, how long a quarter is, and how long even one possession can be in order for you to be more successful and learn the lessons of this game to be better the next time.
You've had a lot of guys come across your path. Any one veteran that comes right out top of your head who really helped you a lot?
I'll throw way back to Chris Mullin and the time that I worked a lot with Chris in the early part of my career, just preparing to be in the NBA and talking through stories about the type of hard work, the type of consistent work, and the type of mentality you have to not only succeed individually, but certainly to have team success.
Great story.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first win.
And off the schneid here, 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
Here's Robertson. He kicks to Thompson. Pass to Sexton. Fires from deep. Nailed from three-point land. Sexton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. For Houston, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Up top, Capella. And some nice passing there by Houston. Unable to get that one.
And I really thought he was going to send that shot the other way, but at least he forces the miss.
Well, just good timing on his part. Anytime the shooter has to adjust, the defense wins.
Now Capella, after Colin Sexton's three-pointer that didn't go. Houston shooting their first free throws of the game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Good on both. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Cleveland with it. 3-point lead. Kicks it to Robertson. Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by Houston. Here we go, one-on-one. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Inside, and then slams it in.
So fun to watch Larry Nance Jr. get up and be in flight.
Rockets trail by 3. It's picked off. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Harden can't hit.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. Feet away.
In shot opportunity, the shot by Thompson, no good.
Ooh, the D did just enough to keep him from scoring. Thought that was in for sure.
Chris gets the bucket.
Marquise Chris, you got to remember, 240 pounds, so scoring through contact is possible.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Tyronn Lue. Dave, what do you have to say?
That's right, Kevin. Now you see where the game changes from where it used to be. He said tonight they've got to get back. If that means giving up offensive rebounds, so be it. He thinks good transition defense is the biggest difference in their chance at winning. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Greg, what are some of the positives that Tristan Thompson's play brings to the team?
Still a very efficient scorer on the shots that he does take. And he lives mostly inside the paint. And still a strong offensive rebounder. But his days of being a threat on the offensive end as the game has evolved seems to kind of gone away.
Here's Clarkson. Brandon Knight picking up that last basket. Clarkson kicks to Hill. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the pass to Lopez. Got a piece of it. Inside. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
That's how you set up your teammates. Done with a little bit of flair.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
Interconference showdown. You love to see clubs that don't play each other often go head-to-head.
Well, they'll meet twice this season. Tonight, the first matchup, so hard to know exactly what to expect.
Here's Hill. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Pass to Thompson to the inside. Here's Osman. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Count that one. Osman's got his first 2 points of the night. Houston in the lead. Elbow shot. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Hill passes to Clarkson. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. It's tipped. Shot by Gordon, wide open. A three-pointer, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's Osman. He's coming off a 16-point game against Brooklyn. Thompson finds Lopez. Outside Hill. 5 on the clock. Overnight. Hill, no good. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Over the last decade or so, a huge transformation, Brent, in the way games are played. Do you see any additional changes on the horizon?
I wonder if the league will think about, and I think it'd be interesting, if they had a three-point line that just disintegrated into the sideline. We have the split, and we have the archway, right? We go down the sidelines. It'd be really interesting if the league, maybe in Summer League, experimented with the three-point line being equidistant the whole way around.
And going right out of bounds.
Yeah, so right out of bounds, it eliminates the corner three. It would impact the way you would defend the corner shot, because now it doesn't have a value of 3. 1 point more for a shorter shot seems to be a little unfair as it is, and we know it's the most valuable shot in basketball.
There's no doubt.
But I wonder how that would look, and maybe Adam Silver and the committee will look at a Summer League where the three-point line just disappears in the sideline, eliminating the corner 3.
Clarkson kicks to Hill. Overnight. Here's Lopez, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Shumpert is checked. Houston moving it around.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
The Rockets have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. Chris is out there with Clint Capella. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. 6 on the shot clock. Feeds to Nance. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Here's Robertson. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on. Oh, no, that happened.
Yeah.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And the Cavaliers with possession here, following the score by Houston.
Yeah, momentum right now is against them. They're just going to have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
Got to be some consideration here for a different rotation because the matchups right now just not favorable.
And right now, the game plan seems to be working.
It looks like this team has finally gotten into the club and found its rhythm, trying their best to pull away.
Here's Robertson. He's still scoreless so far in this one, and it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
They can't afford to be that careless. They need him out there on the floor, so he has to avoid fouling again in this period.
Sexton with it. His last outing, 16 points for him. Back to Thompson over Paul.
How about Chris Paul just in the right position, so smart on both ends of the floor.
Once again off the mark by Cleveland. And Chris throws it down hard.
That's a fierce attack from Marquise Chris getting to the rim.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Let's take a moment now to recognize a player who has been incredible lately, and it's earned him Western Conference Player of the Month.
And small forwards are asked to do so much in the modern NBA, and he just answers the call in every facet of the game. Tremendous numbers from him, and he is more than deserving of the award.
Now the feed to Nance. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
They grab their own miss. Pass to Chris. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Chris has got 7 points in the game.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Now, here's Sexton. Covered by Chris. Here's Nance. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Hard for opposing teams to box out Nance because of all the activity that Larry Nance Jr. has. Plays alive on every possession.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Coming down the stretch of the season, Brent, some teams have fallen out of contention. It must be hard for them to stay engaged when they know they're not going any further.
I don't think it's hard if you have the right player on your team, though. There's still got to be an approach of professionalism that starts with the way the coach conducts himself, continue to practice, continue to work, continue to draw out the best play from the veterans, but also the opportunity for the young guys to maybe play some minutes late in the season. So this is a lot about the character of your ball club that we're going to see here tonight when the team is struggling and not going to participate.
I would think these young players would just gobble up that opportunity too and just really relish the fact that they want to start seeing some creditable minutes.
Yeah, if you've put in a lot of work for 6 months and not seen the floor, you want to go out there and show the coaches that some of that work has paid off and you're going to approach the game the right way. So the opportunity is right in front of them here.
Now, here's Sexton. He's got 10. Here's Osman. He kicks to Robertson. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. Take a look at the Rockets. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, the Golden State Warriors sitting directly below them, just 1 spot down.
And, you know, Houston, a lot to live up to this season. And really, they have come through. It can be hard on a team when the expectations are that high, trust me. But it has not bothered them one bit.
Well, as high as those expectations were, they've only gotten higher as the season has gone along. They look poised to make a serious run at the trophy come playoff time.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Chris laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Chris has got 9 points.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Now here's Sexton, guarded by Barea. And here's Sexton. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. And Harden launches it from deep. That shot misses. And so it's Houston. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. It's time now to go courtside as we